KZOM. How you doing this afternoon? Larry with you on a Sunday afternoon. I think so. It's the 13th of the month of May. A bit of Van Morrison for you. From this band and street choir album, man, Blue Money, Rod Stewart and Maggie May, and Marshall Tucker Band from the new album Running Like the Wind and My Best Friend. It's 9 minutes after the hour of 12 o'clock. If you got something you'd like to hear, I'd like to play it for you. It's Bonnie Bramlett. She's singing along with the Allman Brothers and Crazy Love. It's from the new album Enlightened Rogues, kind of a reformed band using members from Dickie Betts' Great Southern to fill the band out a bit. Some Ted Nugent before that from his Weekend Warriors album, and heard from The Who from Live at Leeds and Summertime Blues.
If you want a money-saving idea in buying furniture, Frank's Furniture is where your dollars make good sense.
But don't forget, when you just got to have some, make a Texas-style barbecue from Bud Bags. Highway 124, 7 miles south of Winnie.
Texas shrimp sandwiches. That's what I need right now. Such a nice day outside. Robin and I and Zoomer the dog were just standing out in the woods, watching the birds fly over. It ain't gonna rain. It ain't gonna rain. What does the forecast say? Looking for about a 30% chance of rain today. Other than that, it's going to be warm. Should be partly cloudy with the high today is reaching about 75. Got about 69 degrees right now. If you're going to be trekking outside, going to be out doing a bit of exploring, be sure and watch out for poison ivy, oak, and sumac. And should you run into some of these little buggers, the Consumer Information Center would like to send you a pamphlet on what to do about this stuff, how to recognize and destroy the plants, protect yourself from the poisoning, and treat the infection. You can find out about all the prevention you'll need to know by writing the Consumer Information Center, Pueblo, Colorado, 81009, and sending them 80 cents. However, if you catch it this weekend, it's going to be a while before you get this stuff. What am I talking about? Jay Ferguson on a Sunday afternoon at Zoom 104 and a half. Zoom. It's about 22 minutes until the hour of 1 o'clock. Larry with you on a Sunday. Bit of Rolling Stones music from It's Only Rock and Roll. It ain't too proud to beg. Some Springsteen. Jay Ferguson from Real Life Ain't This Way and Shakedown Cruise. Got some Blackfoot coming up that was called in from Fournette, Texas. We'll be checking out the music of the James Gang, some Buffett, Charlie Daniels, Chicago. And I'll also be doing a mini concert coming up sometime soon.
Southeast Texas Distributors.
Yeah, at the Lighthouse. And those tickets are available right now at the Lighthouse. That's the big thing on the concert line tonight. Zoom's Rock and Roll Party at the Lighthouse in Nederland. Rebels going to be out there. Rough Rock, Airborne, Eddie Sandlin. May the 24th, that's a Thursday night in Beaumont. Bob Welch, Louisiana's LaRue, and Tycoon at the Civic Center. And the next night, same place, Ray Charles and Don Williams going to be at Beaumont at the Civic Center. May the 20th through the 23rd, Rebels going to be at the Crazy Horse Saloon in Nederland. Hope you'll check that out. Texas Opry House this Thursday night. Gulliver's going to be out there. Coming up at Astroworld next Saturday, Chuck Berry. And Saturday the 26th at Astroworld, it's Fats Domino. May the 26th, that's a Saturday night, Ray Charles is going to be in the Celebrity Circle in Houston. June the 3rd, Sunday night, Yes will be at the Coliseum in Houston. May the 7th, June the 7th through the 10th, Lou Rawls will be at the Jones Hall in Houston. And June the 15th and 16th is going to be the Cool Jazz Festival down at the Astrodome. Other happenings around the state, Kerrville Folk Festival is going to be coming up May the 24th through the 28th. Jerry Jeff Walker will be out there along with Rusty Weir, D.W. Stevenson, Ray Wiley Hubbard, Willis Allen Ramsey. That's just to name a few. Then on Saturday, June the 9th, the second Texas World Music Festival. It's going to be at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. The acts include at this date Hart, Van Halen, Boston, Nazareth, TKO, Blue Oyster Cult, and Sammy Hagar. Others are scheduled to join. Tickets are on sale at Josky's in Beaumont, and they are $15.50 each. Charlie Daniels Band going to be at the Riverside Centralplex in Baton Rouge on May the 27th. And Lake Charles coming up June the 6th. America will be out at the Civic Center in Lake Charles. Next concert line is going to be coming to you at 6:51, and by some strange coincidence, I'll have that for you, too. If you need any more information, you can give me a call here at the station. Also, if you have any music you'd like to hear. Got some music of Blackfoot for you now. Zoom 104 and a half. FM 104 and a half. Jimmy Buffett music for you from Living and Dying in Three-Quarter Time. Come Monday, it's going to be all right. James Gang, Joe Walsh before that in 10 Mile Garden. And also heard the music of Blackfoot and Highway Song. Going to be checking out the music of Led Zeppelin next hour. Went and saw the movie last night for the first time, which is kind of amazing because we showed it so many times. And I was inspired to do a Zeppelin mini concert, so we'll be getting into that. Some Chicago Cat Stevens will be coming up. It's about 2 minutes away from the hour of 1 o'clock here at KZOM Orange. And looking at the triangle weather forecast, it's decreasing cloudiness this afternoon. Should be clear to partly cloudy tonight and Monday with warm afternoons. Cool tonight, high this afternoon near 80. Low tonight near 60, looking for a high Monday in the middle 80s. Getting warmer every day. Northerly winds 10 to 15 miles per hour this afternoon. Winds diminishing tonight. If you decide to go to the beach, be very careful because winds are it's extremely windy at the beach, and the waves are choppy. They are postponing a search in Galveston because the weather is so bad. So be careful if you're going out to the beach. In the Golden Triangle, we've got about 72 degrees now. Zoom 104.5. It's Cat Stevens music from Buddha and the Chocolate Box, and I'm ready for love. Before that, music of Chicago with The Wishing You Were Here and the Charlie Daniels Band from their new album Million Mile Reflections and Blue Star. Kind of a rockin' number for Charlie Daniels, changing his style just a little bit. And music coming up from Melanie Mack and Pismo, along with some Ricky Lee Jones, and we'll be checking out that Zeppelin that I promised you. Tonight at 11 o'clock on the King Biscuit Flower Hour, it's the Super Jam #2. It's featuring Journey and some of their friends. Tom Johnson of the Doobies will be along. The band Stone Ground and also the Tower of Power Horns. It's going to be around tonight at 11. Some of the hottest musicians in the San Francisco Bay Area at Super Jam #2. That's on the King Biscuit Flower Hour. It's brought to you by the Salmar Record in Tape City in Orange and FM 104.5. Zoom 104.5. Music from Ricky Lee Jones, her first album, and Chucky's in Love. Lonnie Mack and Pismo before that, Hug Me Till It Hurts, and we started out with some CCR and Green River. Got some Led Zeppelin coming up for you next, a mini concert kind of inspired from the song Remains the Same movie. And after that, we'll be checking out the music of Van Halen. Looks like we're just going to rock and roll all evening long.
Whatever it is, wherever it happens, you'll know about it when you turn on 4. News Center 4.
Zoom 104.5. How you doing this afternoon? Larry with you at about 3 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock on a very, very rainy Friday night. That's a great way to start the weekend, isn't it? Zeppelin for you from the second album, The Immigrant Song, and also from Bob Dylan. It's from his new album at Budokan, and All I Really Want to Do Is Be Friends With You. Got some Edgar Winter coming up for you, along with Tanya Tucker, the music of Joe Walsh. We'll be checking out the music of Sweet, Steppenwolf, and Fleetwood Mac.
You are here